right, I'm Chris Savannah with American Outdoor News. Today we are here with Brooks Hansen from Camp Chef. Great product line. Brooks, thanks for coming on.
Hey, Chris, thanks for having me on. It's exciting times at Camp Chef, and I'm happy to come on and share a little bit of the love.
Well, I got to say, you sent me a new Camp Chef in the beginning of the summer, and I've been having a ball with it. I even set up a whole new cook station where I made a little patio, an 8x10 patio. I got my smoker, my Weber, my pizza oven, my fire pit. I got a nice little cook station now.
Nice. I'd love to. I'm happy to contribute to round out the outdoor kitchen, so to speak.
So what's happening? What's going on now with Camp Chef? You got new products coming out. You're always doing something.
You know, our product team and our engineers are constantly working on new and more innovative products. So there's some stuff we can't quite talk about yet, but keep your eyes peeled at Camp Chef for let's see, it's going to be spring of 24. We've got some new product launches that are going to be pretty cool. Something that will fit nicely on a patio.
Really nice.
Also working on some really cool camp stuff that will be great for the backcountry. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled in 2024. Other than that, the new Woodwind Pro that we launched 1 year ago, we launched it in October of 23, or sorry, to October of 22. Has done really well for us. It's a pellet grill that's first of its kind, meaning it's got a smoke box feature on it, so you can get that added smoke flavor or that thicker bark if you're a stick burner type person that really wants to get that out of a smoker, or you can just run it as a standard pellet grill. So lots of cool things that that new Smoke Pro, the new Woodwind Pro has been a great product for us, and we're excited to see what it will continue to do.
I could definitely vouch for that. I've been using the pellet, and I've been making a lot of use of the smoke box. Now, I know there's a lot of opinions and what to use, what types of wood for specific types of meat. Why don't we get into that a little bit? What do you use in your smoke box?
So my smoke box, I like to go with like a hickory or a mesquite. It's a little stronger flavor, but it's a good solid hardwood. Or depending on really what I'm doing, sometimes I like to mix it with like an apple. But I would say my mesquite is really strong, but my go-tos are probably going to be hickory first and then apple. Any type of hardwood like that's gonna put out a great smoke flavor. It's gonna burn longer. It's really what we're accustomed to using when we smoke.
I've been using the fruit woods. I've been using apple and cherry.
I think apple and cherry are probably two of the most popular. I think the fruit woods they have such a good flavor profile when you're smoking. Hickory's a real popular one as well.
Do you use it for specific meats or fish, or what do you use it on?
You know, I haven't really gotten into. I'm not like a professional barbecue like I'm a barbecue enthusiast, but I'm not a professional stick burner barbecue guy that's going to competitions, and so I don't get into it. I use what's easily available for me, and really I do know when I've used like a hickory or mesquite, I get a deeper wood flavor. I do feel like the fruit woods are a little sweeter flavor. So yeah, I don't really go too far down the rabbit hole because I know you can get that way. And those meat scientists will tell you, and I know there's logic to it, but I haven't gotten too far down that rabbit hole as far as pairing meats with different woods. I use what's available.
It's very easy to get sucked into that.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Now you have your pellet grills, which I think are outstanding, and you also have the vertical smokers.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
So the XXL Pro is vertical. It doesn't get as hot, meaning you can get up to about 400 to 450 degrees on a regular pellet grill. The XXL Pro, which is vertical, has a lot more cooking capacity, more square inches or square cooking surface inside. Plus, you've got a hanging rack where you can hang sausages, or the ability to do that.
Yeah.
So if you're wanting to like hang sausages or bratwurst or something along something along those lines, and it doesn't burn as hot. It maxes out at about 350, and then it'll burn a lot lower temperature around 160.
Is that electric as well, or is that just?
It is. It runs the exact same as our pellet grills. It's fed by pellets. It also has the smoke box on it. It's basically just inverted and vertical and has a couple different settings to make it more of like a true smoker. Like you're not going to grill in it like you would on a pellet grill.
Yeah. Any plans to come out with a pure wood smoker? We actually got to tend the tinder box.
So we do have our smoke vault, which the XXL Pro is designed similar to. And it is, you do have to tend, but it's not a true like stick burner smoke box. It's got a chip tray and a burner, and it does the fuel source is propane. So we do have that, but as far as going down the lines of a true smoker like offset style,
Yeah.
right now, no, we don't have any plans of that in the future. We'll see. I know we've been tinkering with some ideas and some stuff, so we'll just have to see where that leads.
Well, I tell you, I have used both with the tinder box where you had to tend the wood. It's a lot more difficult to manage the temperature, and it's a more hands-on type of cooking where with the woodwind, I could do whatever I want. I could run to the store, I can go to a baseball game, come back, God bless, and everything is ready. It's a lot less hands-on work, and it frees up so much time for me. And that's one of the things I love most about it. It's I still get to do what I love to do, but it frees up a lot of time.
It's just a lot more convenient, a lot easier. A lot of people love to cook on pellet grills, and love to cook on stick burners. And I'm not discounting that at all, but the pellet they each have their space, and the pellet grill really just makes it that much easier. So I think it's great to hear feedback from somebody like you that's professional, that's been using it, that says I can sacrifice that to have the convenience of what I've experienced the last couple months.
And it makes the family a lot happier.
Yeah.
I can't go. I got to tend to my barbecue.
Yeah,
It's
for sure.
yeah, frees up a lot of time. Now you also make camp stoves that you can just
Absolutely. And that's what Camp Chef was founded on over 30 years ago, almost 35 years ago. They were founded on the concept that there had to be a better way to cook outdoors. And so we just couldn't, the founder of our company couldn't find a better way to cook for large groups. And so he picked what is now our Pro 14 stove. Still in the line. It's obviously had some upgrades and changes, but it's still the Pro 14 stove. 30,000 BTU burners. It's a 100% modular cooking system, meaning you have the stove with the burners, and now we have accessories, or then you can purchase the accessories to fit the stove, whether that's a barbecue or grill box that sits over the burners, or a flat top griddle that fits over the burners, or a Dutch oven, or a pot, or a pizza oven. And it's 100% modular. So and it's portable. You can pack it up and take it with you to the campsite. You can have it on your patio for canning or grilling or whatever you're doing at home. You can take it to the campsite and cook up some killer meals in the campsite with friends and family and whoever you go camping with. The cool thing about the 30,000 BTU burner is we implemented that into our Sidekick, which fits on the side of a pellet grill and fits all the accessories. So now if you have a Pro 14 stove and you take that camping to the woods, you can have a pizza oven, a grill box, and a griddle that you can then take from home with you up to the woods, and it all fits on the same stove. So just a lot of cool features with the Pro 14 stove and the modularity and the way it all intertwines in a whole family of products with the Camp Chef Sidekick and pellet grills. Like we really mixed it all together. So you can, like I said, it's modular. You can mix and match. And
so you're not having the standard hamburgers and hot dogs when you camping anymore. This is gourmet.
Sometimes, but yeah, you can do a lot more. I mean, there's nothing better than a burger, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Now, you also have a whole cast iron series also.
Yeah, we do. Cast iron's been a staple product of ours for a while. I mean, that's our heritage as far as American people. I mean, that's what we cooked on is our pioneer days, right? I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
as long as you had a good piece of cast iron, you cook over a fire. I just spent 5 days, just got back last night in the wilderness in the Frank Church Wilderness in Idaho. We were 30 miles from the nearest road.
Wow.
Flown in on an airplane, dropped off at a camp, and we cooked over a fire with cast iron. And we also had a little stove, like our smaller aluminum Mountaineer stove, which was awesome and made great meals. But we also utilized the cast iron over fire, which was awesome, doing cobblers and certain things. But those things are staples in my camp cook kitchen, and they were staples in my ancestors. So it's pretty cool. But yeah, for cast iron, we make everything from skillets to Dutch ovens to pots to fry pots to
Uh-huh.
yeah. There's a whole gamut of products in the cast iron side.
Now we know why our ancestors were always so strong.
Yeah, it's funny when you're right. You're right. It's funny. We always talk about like cast iron and how just what a staple it is in every kitchen. And whenever I talk to like a professional chef, their main thing is you give me a nice cast iron skillet and a heat source, and I can cook you about anything. And
Yeah,
it's true.
I love my cast iron. I cook in my Dutch oven all the time in my cast iron deep fryer.
Yeah,
has a cover. I brown my steaks, let them get a nice sear, and then I throw them into the deep cast iron, cover it up with some butter and garlic. Comes out fantastic.
nice. Love to hear that. Well,
Now,
cool.
um, the smoke box.
Yeah.
How did that come about? And you do get nice flavor with the pellets. Um, what made them, come up with the smoke box to add just a little more?
Well, I think when you're a manufacturer of a product, you're always trying to find ways to innovate and trying to make things better. If you're not, I think you're missing the beat because you should always, even as people, we should look to improve on what we've done.
Yep.
Um, and so this really started with customer feedback. Pellet grills are awesome. They've been around for quite a while. There's a lot of companies manufacturing pellet grills, and like we talked about earlier today, the convenience is really hard to beat. I mean, like you said, it's not necessarily set it and forget it, but it's set it and not have to babysit it is probably the proper way to say that because you don't want to forget it.
Yep.
'Cause even then, you might overcook some meat. But really, it's set it and limited babysitting. And so there's this great convenience of pellet grills. Well, there's a lot of hardcore barbecue people that kind of were turned off by pellet grills because just the way the pellet grills burn and cook, you get a really nice smoke flavor and you get a really nice smoke ring because that's a product of using wood as your heat source.
Yeah.
However, you're not getting that big, thick bark and deep smoke that, say, a stick burner or a true wood smoker would get just because of the way that it works. So
Yeah.
you're kind of sacrificing. And I don't think you're really sacrificing as much flavor as your texture when it comes to that bark. And
Mhm.
so we reached out and ran some surveys and found out that a lot of our consumers wanted to see how, or I guess a question or something that came up a lot was, I just wish I could get a little more smoke flavor. I just wish I could get a bark. The flavor was great, but I need more bark.
Yeah.
If I want to have competition style ribs, or I want to do like a competition brisket on this.
Uh-huh.
And so that's when our engineers kind of went to pounding and a couple of our marketing guys. And yeah, they were really like messing around with stick burners and trying to figure out how they could institute that feature into a pellet grill, and that's where the smoke box was born. And there was a lot of iterations and a couple of years in the making, and finally it was able to come to market with it in fall of 2022, and it's been awesome. It's been a really cool feature. As far as I know, we're the first of its kind, and the feedback it's been exciting to see. I mean, we had some really hardcore barbecue stick burner guys come and cook on one and compare it side by side with the stick burner, and they were like, this might, yeah, this is legit. This is now answering or filling a hole or a gap, so to speak, in the pellet grill world as far as getting that true deep smoke bark flavor. And you
Yep.
can change it up. So plus you can cold smoke with it. There's a lot of cool things that smoke box feature added to a pellet grill. It just took it, I want to say, up not one but two notches.
Well, I gotta admit, I'm not the greatest at reading directions because I am a guy and we know everything. When I first tried to use the smoke box, I just threw in some wood and just assumed that it would ignite.
Gotcha. You still, the way that it lights is it's got a light from the pellet grill. So the pellets, you still got to have pellets and still let it feed in and go. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually I didn't figure that out right away.
But now.
Yeah, I do know now.
Nice. Yeah, there's got to be some way to get that wood lit. So
Now, you obviously have your grill series as well. There's always so much to add to an outdoor kitchen with you guys.
yeah, I mean, something that's really blown up and been popular are flat top grills, and that's one key product that we're probably going to do a lot more innovation on. We see a need to fix a few things and make it better. And our flat top grills are awesome. They're a really cool product to have on a patio. I mean, it's a popular method to cook. People like to do, whether it be fajitas or teppanyaki style or whatever you're doing. That flat top grill is a really cool product to have on the patio.
Well, it definitely adds a lot of diversity of what you can do cooking outdoors. And,
Yes.
I've always been a big fan of your products and, now, I need more.
I know a guy.
Well, I know you got a busy day ahead of you. I want to thank you for your time. I appreciate you coming on, and we look forward to what's coming forward in spring of 24.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me on, Chris. Always happy to come on and talk Camp Chef and talk good food and the outdoors. I mean, we're very fortunate to work in an industry that we do where we get to enjoy the outdoors, whether it be hiking, biking, camping, hunting, fishing, and then we get to cook that reward, whether we're harvesting or getting a deer or fish or whatever it is. We get to come back and do the full circle of things with our products. So it's really cool and fun to see.
It really is. Thank you again. I appreciate your time and hope to see you soon.
Yep. Thanks, Chris.